proposals for ways out of the ongoing financial and economic crisis and for a post-crisis order of the world financial system have been published on the Kremlin's website. The proposals have been dispatched to the leadership of G20 countries, the CIS, and international organizations. The current global economic crisis points to the need for discarding standard approaches and requires the adoption of collective decisions agreed at the international level and geared for creating a system of globalization process management. The document says, Russia suggests acting with the maximum resolution in order to restore sustainable economic development and also confidence and stability in financial markets. The Russian side believes the summit should seek and achieve an accord on the main parameters of a new financial world system. Are you hearing that? A new financial world system. It suggests calling an international conference that would produce the basic parameters of a world financial architecture and the adoption of a new global currency. And it says it verbatim, a new financial world order, what we've been reporting here. So here it is, Russia joins China in calling for a new world reserve currency, essentially the end of the dollar as we know it. And a little earlier when we were talking about the flag don't tread on me, that's actually called the Godson flag. But what do you say, Brian? I mean, we've been reporting this. Here it comes. Russia, China, they're calling for a new world currency. The dollar's days, are they numbered?
Well, the dollar's a relic of the financial past at this point. We're just coasting on fumes at this point.
And it appears to me the rest of the world knows that the only people in the dark is the American people.
The people that use the currency the most.
Yeah, because they believe that things can never change, it'll stay status quo, that the United States is wearing the big white hat going around the world spreading democracy and doing good, and in reality our economy is being destroyed by design, and everyone that's holding on to the fiat paper money, when the music stops, it's going to be a sad time, isn't it?
Take the red pill, folks.
So we wanted, I think we're going to go into a little bit of information that's been in the mainstream press on AIG's had everybody just embroiled with, so angry about what's happening. So go ahead and start with that, Brian.
The Real AIG Conspiracy. This is by Michael Hudson, Counterpunch, Thursday, March 19, 2009. It may seem odd, but the public outrage against $135 million in bonuses AIG is a godsend to Wall Street, AIG scoundrels included. How can the media be so preoccupied with the discovery that there is self-serving greed to be found in the financial sector? Every TV channel and every newspaper in the country, from right to left, have made these bonuses the lead story over the past 2 days. Here's the problem with all the hoopla over the $135 million in AIG bonuses. This sum is less than 0.1%, 1,000th of the $183 billion that the U.S. Treasury gave to AIG is a pass-through to its counterparties. This sum, over 1,000 times the magnitude of the bonuses on which the public attention is conveniently being focused by Wall Street promoters, did not stay with AIG. For over 6 months, the public, the media, and congressmen have been trying to find out ways where this money did go. Bloomberg bought a lawsuit to find out, only to be met with a wall of silence. You remember that?
Yeah, we reported on that.
There are two key questions that one always must ask when a political operation is being launched. First, qui bono? That's Latin for who benefits. And second, why now? In my experience, timing almost always is key to figuring out the dynamics at work. Regarding qui bono, what does Senator Schumer, Representative Frank, President Obama, and other Wall Street sponsors gain from this public outcry? Well, for starters, it depicts them as hard taskmasters of banking in the financial sector, not its lobbyists scurrying to execute one giveaway after another. So the AIG chaos has muddied the water about where their political loyalties really lie. It enables them to strike a misleading pose, and hence to pose as honest brokers. Next time they dishonestly give away the next few $1 trillion to their major sponsors and campaign contributors. Regarding the timing, I think that I have answered that above. The uproar about AIG bonuses has effectively distracted attention from the AIG counterparties who received the $183 billion in Treasury giveaways. The final sum to be given to its counterparties has been rumored to be $250 billion. Senator Schumer, Representative Frank, President Obama still have a lot of work to do for Wall Street in the coming year or so. And also, we go into this extraordinary story. The Treasury Department admits pushing for bonus loophole. The Obama administration's Treasury Department pushed to strip language that would have restricted the bonuses paid to staffers of bailed out companies from the stimulus bill, a Democratic senator revealed late Wednesday. Senate Banking Committee Chairman Chris Dodd of Connecticut disclosed that he was responsible for inserting a clause into the stimulus bill that allowed bailed out firms to continue forward with eye-popping bonuses to executives that may have shared responsibility for some of the company's woes in the first place.
Well, it's just amazing. I mean, the handwriting is on the wall. This thing is being done by design. And the story you were telling about the ones that are getting millions in bonuses, the media is keeping the public enraged about the millions, while the real story is the trillions that they're being looted and that they say nothing about.
Oh, absolutely. It's just smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. You know, it's been reported by Bloomberg and others. They have spent, what was the last tally? I know one time it was $8.5 trillion at this black hole into nothing. And everyone that I know that's upside down on their house, this money has never reached John Doe, Mr. American Citizen. It never will. It was given to the bankers. It's the banker bailout. It was given to the bankers. They used it to buy up other solvent, smaller banks. And then, as you're reporting, AIG, they're sending the money overseas to other banks. And the looting just goes on, and the American people just sit back and take it. I'm amazed at how well the American people just take being completely fleeced.
Well, maybe it's just me, but and you also, Farron, since we've honed our New World Order bloodhound skills in sniffing this stuff out, it's extraordinarily obvious to us here. It's nothing but pure distraction. And here there was, according to the Wall Street Journal, Larry Summers called Chris Dodd asking him to remove caps on executive pay of firms who had received stimulus money. This is the same Larry Summers, Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton, who got the Financial Services Modernization Act passed, which got us to this point in the first place, repealing Glass-Steagall.
Well, one of my questions is, how is this economy going to be repaired? What are they going to do that's going to get Cone Mills back working, or put the Freightliner, the 700 that was just laid off, back to work? How can this economy be restarted when all of our manufacturing's been outsourced? There's no jobs. You don't see factories being built. Everyone can't mow yards and wash cars. I mean, how can throwing all this massive indebtedness at it is just making more mistakes and more mistakes? That's what got us here in the first place.
In my opinion, they have some cure on the shelf which will actually work, but they're saving it for their new financial order to be introduced first. And once that happens, well, we got to save the environment by these 100 million jobs building solar panels, or this war, whatever it is that they choose.
A new world currency, or maybe even a cashless currency, a totally digitized currency, moving us.
Just as Aaron Russo had suggested with his exposure to Nick Rockefeller.
Yeah, so we're seeing it, and more of it, much to my surprise, is being reported. Just like we said, the MIAC report being covered by Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck. We're seeing more of it. If you try to connect the dots, they're out there, because there is a gigantic movement to evaporate your constitutional rights, eliminate your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, and move us into a new world order. We're going to be coming up on a break. We will be back in the second hour with Lieutenant Colonel Bob Bowman, retired Air Force. And again, the website's therealnewsradio.com. You can email us on air at therealnewsradio.com. And you're listening to the Liberty News Radio Network. We'll be back after the break.